Hi, it's Chris, and this is my review of today's reading. For reading through the Bible in a year chronologically. We've got July 2nd. We get the Proverbs today. These were Proverbs that were collected by King Hezekiah. They were Solomon's Proverbs, but King Hezekiah found them and ordered them. He ordered the Levites to use the Psalms of David and Asaph and the Proverbs he collected. And they're presented here, followed by the undated Psalms. So we read through the Proverbs, chapter 25 through 29. Tomorrow we'll be into 30. But what stuck out to me today, there were a few things. Putting confidence in an unreliable person in times of trouble is like chewing with a broken tooth. It hurts, it's no good. If your enemies are hungry, give them food to eat. If they are thirsty, give them water to drink. You will heap burning coals of shame on their heads, and the Lord will reward you. And that's Proverbs 25, verses 21 and 22. And I know that's elsewhere in the Bible as well. I think, if I remember right, Jesus speaks of it. Anyway, pray for your enemies, love your enemies, and pray for them, those who persecute you. Right here, it's in the New Testament as well. Another thing in 27, it said it's not good to seek honors for yourself, and that's said a couple of times. There's an interesting little in chapter 26, Proverbs 26, verses 4 and 5. Verse 4 says, "Don't answer the foolish arguments of fools, or you will become as foolish as they are." And verse 5 says, "Be sure to answer the foolish arguments of fools, or they will become wise in their own estimation." So which is it? It's kind of like arguing with fools is pointless. But they have to understand that you think they're foolish. Maybe that's where that's coming from. So that's my thought on it. Man, you see that red in the sky right there? That's red. It's a red sky showing through the trees there. It's red beyond. It's harder to see in the camera, but there's glimpses of it behind me, as you can see. Ooh. Anyway, sorry, easily distracted and by mosquitoes. So let's see what else we have here in 27, number 2. Again, let someone else praise you, not your own mouth. There's a lot of good wisdom in the Proverbs. I just kind of picking out a few. 27:17 is probably the most famous proverb, and that is, "As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend." And keep in mind that iron sharpening iron, it takes friction. So friction is sometimes it's a good thing. It sharpens. That's what causes the sharpening, is that friction among friends, and good friction, heavenly, godly friction. So keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to work or help other people in a loving manner, and let other people work with you, especially friends. Let's see. As a worker tends a fig tree are allowed to eat the fruit, so workers who protect their employees' interest will be rewarded. This was another one. Fire tests the purity of silver and gold, but a person is tested by being praised. What are you going to do? Are you being praised? Are you just constantly seeking praise? Or are you going to react with praise with, take it to heart in a wrong way? So anyway, another one here. Chapter 28, verse 4. To reject the law is to praise the wicked. To obey the law is to fight the wicked. Or fight them, it says, but fight the wicked. Verse 19, a hard worker has plenty of food, but a person who chases fantasies ends up in poverty. And then 23, in the end, people appreciate honest criticism far more than flattery. And that goes back to as iron sharpens iron. That's some of that friction. Honest criticism is way better than flattery. And I think we do ourselves well to consider that. I appreciate honest criticism. Whoever gives to the poor will lack nothing, but those who close their eyes to poverty will be cursed. Another thing to consider. So that was some of the highlights that I gained from the Proverbs tonight, and there's so much more in the Proverbs. We get into chapter 30 and 31. I'm sure tomorrow we'll have any more, but with that, may God bless you and give you peace.